Welcome to Mondays with Coach Rice. It's a brand new week, the sun's shining bright. A chance to cast your net, step into the light. Life's full of challenges, it's a winding stream. But with Coach Rice, you'll find your dream.
Happy Monday to everyone. Welcome to Casting a Net Mondays with Coach Rice, where we dive deep into the topics that means the most to your mental health and well-being. I am your host, Coach Rice, also Martha, your professional certified life and health coach and mental health counselor. And I am so excited to invite my special guest. Her name is Adriana Marvel. She is a communication expert, transformational speaker, and extensive training in mindset, human behavior, NLP, communication skills, public speaking, nutrition, and internal family systems. I'm well aware of that one. Among other disciplines, she's well versed in the area of mental health. So, Adriana, tell us where you're from and how did you end up in this particular profession?
First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for starting the week with me. It's absolutely a pleasure to be here. I've been watching your podcast and your episodes, and I'm learning from your guests and from yourself as well. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here with your audience. I'm originally from Romania, but I've been traveling. I lived in states, in Florida and North Carolina for a couple of years, and then I moved to Canada. Now 14 years, I think. Yeah, it's been 14 years already. So I call Canada my home for now. For now. We'll see where this gonna takes me. But when it comes to what I was and why I'm here, what I'm here and doing what I love the most, I'm passionate about, is that we all know that coaches, speakers, authors, all the people that are into personal development, sooner or later they got life by life. life
Yes,
them
yes.
a little bit all more. And that's why got us to be here, because at one point we realized that whatever worked for us might work for someone else, and it's in our nature to, we are, as human, we are storytellers, and we love to say our story to other people, and then maybe someone that hear our story, it's able to learn from us so they don't do our mistakes anymore. And that's kind of a short version of why I'm here today. But then the bigger term is that, I came from Romania. I grew up in the 80s in Romania. It was a very indoctrinated culture, patriarchal culture, man above woman. And I grew up with certain limited beliefs, and I grew up with a certain blueprint, which for me was, you're a woman, you keep your mouth shut, you do your thing, you stay at home, all that blueprint that create me in a way that I thought that's the only way. I was put in a box. We all have labels on us. We all put labels on ourselves, so other people put label on us, and then we adopt them, become ours. And for me was, I don't have a voice. My voice doesn't matter. Maybe I should not answer other people's questions just how they want it, not how I actually think. Answer just if I'm asked, and all these things. And then I, get married, all the things that you need to do, that people tell you that you need to do. And I did all of these things. But somewhere, all this journey, I realized that I'm not me. I keep pretending. I'm a chameleon. I keep chameleon to the people around me. I chameleon to the job, to the whatever people told me to do. I had to do it because, coming back to childhood, something happened in my childhood that made me think that if I am who I am, then I'm not loved. I'm not accepted. I will be pushed away, rejected, abandoned. So then unconsciously, my brain as a little child said, you better make sure you are doing what you told. Otherwise, you're going to be alone. And then I start doing all these things, but life is always hitting you to wake you up sooner or later.
Yes.
And then, I moved from Romania, trying to make ends meet, try to make something happen. And I had a lot of adversities. I married, then I divorced, then I went to a different relationship, and nothing was working. And I keep feeling like, at one point I start asking myself, is all my relationship all the people are bad, or who is the common thing in all of this, which was me. And then, physically, my health, I got asthma, really severe asthma. I was like in the hospital, almost dying a couple of times. When it comes to finances, I was broke. I was over $25,000 in debt. I was like, I didn't know what to do with my life. I was losing little by little, adversity by adversity. I was losing myself. And then slowly, I start cutting the list. I say to my audience and my clients as well too. We comes a point in the life that you keep blaming all the people, the finger pointing.
Yes.
You blaming the husband, the society, the boss, all the parents, everybody you blame. Until on that list, you cut everybody on the list and one person is left on the list. Who is that? Moi.
Yourself, right?
Myself. So then I couldn't blame anybody because that was me left. It's like I have to start looking at myself. And that happened to me one morning. I woke up and I was sobbing. I was angry. I was pissed with myself, with God, with world, you name it. Like I was done. And I went to the bathroom, and as I was crying, I was like rage. And I said, that's it, no more. I'm done. And I was about to be done, to be honest. I was about to take my life because I thought that is not worth it. Why I'm here. And I look at the person in the mirror with that rage. I had a shock because that was the first time I saw myself, like really saw myself with all the parts of me. And I realized that I don't have a clue who I am. I've been playing these games and I'm playing these roles, and I took all the mask off. And when I took the mask off, I was living with a stranger in the house, and that was freaking scary.
Wow, that is, a lot. I've been through that myself, where I, I didn't know who I was, and I was an actor in every segment of my life, right? And I was always left feeling empty. And so when I felt the same way you felt, when I realized, who are you? Like, you lost your sense of self. So I do the same thing. That is my relationship with self is I love teaching people how to gain their relationship with themselves. So that's awesome. And so what type of, like, who is your ideal client?
At this point, my ideal client are basically entrepreneurs, coaches, people that are ready. They realize that they are not a victim anymore. They kind of put the victim role on the side, and now they realize that I need to learn how to communicate better because nothing in my life is working properly. And let's be honest, we all communicate every day. We all speak every day, verbally or non-verbally. This is our gift, is the way we connect with people, even if virtual, even in a person. We communicate every single day. And we are taught that public speaking and speaking in general is like what, second to, you want to better be in a coffin, or be in death than actually speaking.
Right.
But this is a myth that we've been indoctrinated, like many other myths and many other beliefs that we thought that I cannot speak, or I'm not. Of course you cannot speak because you've never been taught to speak properly. We know how to speak, or we think we know how to speak, until we are put in the face of actually doing a presentation, a deal, with something, put your idea out there. And all of us, we think we know, and then we go to a date, we do a presentation, we have a conversation with a partner, we try to say something, and then the other person turns their back, or they ignore you, or they start fighting with you, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not what I said. Why did they think this way?
Right.
And I realized that we're actually speaking different languages because we don't know how to speak our own language, and we don't know how to speak the other person's language, because we speak different languages, even if we speak physically, same, like English. Well, we think we speak English, but we don't.
Right. And I find it very amazing how you didn't have a voice growing up and now you teach a communication. That is amazing.
Usually, they say that
Right.
one thing you struggle with that you become an expert at.
Right.
That's what happened to me. I had to start figuring out, like, okay, who I am, and realizing, I took it every single area of my life. Okay, like in relationship, why I keep, changing partners, why I cannot be in a relationship, and why is because I'm not communicating properly, or I'm communicating the wrong things to the other person, so they receive what I'm giving. So most of the people
Right.
says like, no, it's not me, it's you. You didn't understand what I have to say. But it is really because we're not speaking just with our voice, but we're speaking with our
With our
face, our
body.
muscles, our body, the gestures that we do. I give you an example. That is such a simple example and it shocks our brain. So if I come and I say you, I have 3 tips I want to tell you today, you'll be like, wait a minute, why did you show me 5, but then you told me 3? And you start not unconsciously, your mind is not gonna listen again what I have to say. They're gonna think like she's either a liar or something is not right. So now your
Right.
mind is worrying about that, not focusing what I have to say. So you see how important it is how we communicate, not just what we communicate, but how as well too.
That is so important. You are so right. Communication is huge and understanding. I always tell my clients, make sure you get an understanding of what the person has said. What are they communicating? Because they don't communicate the same way you do. They have different lenses, and take off your lenses so you can and put theirs on so you can see what they actually communicating. But it's a
Yeah.
powerful thing because we do need to be very conscious of that, right? And
Yes.
so what is your onboarding process as a coach in this area?
For me, it's the most important thing, will surprise you, but when it comes to communication, it's not speaking, it's listening. I have to listen before I speak, because if I keep speaking and I'm not listening to you, most of the people, they don't need to tell them what to do. A coach that tells you what to do is not a coach. A coach that listen and guides you for you to figure out what you need to do for yourself, that is a coach that listens well. So it's most important before anything else, I need to hear their story. I need to hear what their struggles are, because I cannot help you without me. First of all, we need to build rapport. No person is going to
Yes.
be able to connect with you in a deeply way, so I can help you in a deeply way. Then if I'm not able to deeply connect with you, so I need to listen to you. I need to listen what is behind the words you use. I need to listen what is behind the way you say certain things, or you making certain gestures that tells me that I'm fine. Are you fine? Are you really fine?
Right.
Your face doesn't show that you're fine. Your face like cringing. I need to figure out what is in your
Right.
culture, because maybe some cultures fine mean fine, but I don't think so. So
Right.
I need
Right.
to understand your language, so I'm able to speak your language before anything else. So I think that's the number one
That is
is
so key.
learning, listening, try to be curious about why you're doing what you're doing, because there's always a why behind what the action, the reactions of us,
Yes.
and understanding you. So then I can guide you towards what you need, because I don't even know what you're gonna need. We will find out together.
That is so amazing. Yes, you're right. The joining process is huge.
Yeah.
Because that's really the meat of the rapport is the meat of the transformation. If you cannot connect, you will not get the help you need. It's not helpful. It don't mean that something is wrong with you as a coach. It's just it's not a good fit, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, I
And
had to
so,
learn that. I had to learn that the hard way. On the beginning, I was like, I'm helping everybody, the whole
right.
world, I'm gonna help it. And then then sooner or later I got hit a couple of times. I'm like, oh yeah, I cannot help everybody. And I should not help everybody.
Right. So
Yes.
your niche is basically communication. It's around communication. And so what type of what do you have coming up that you excited about?
I'm so excited to start. I'm almost ready to launch another workshop. I love workshops. I love trainings. I love like
Yes.
working together because the only way to see results is by putting the work together. It's not happening by just learning. You can go
Right.
to so many courses. So I'm crafting now a masterclass, a 2 day masterclass, about like 4 or 5 hours between the 2 days of a
Okay.
masterclass to help you to unveil the confidence, because most of the people's like, I need to gain confidence, and I really want to break this myth of confidence. Most of us, we think like, I need confidence to speak. Oh, Adriana, I wish I have your confidence. No, we don't need confidence. We just need a bit of a courage and a strong why. The confidence comes after you taking the action. The confidence is a result of your actions. Do you think
Yeah.
I'm
So
confident? No. You know when my confidence comes after I do a speech, when I go back in my car and then like, oh, now I can breathe. Now I feel good. The
not
confidence
during,
is
right?
not before. Yes. So in the March 28th, 29th, I will hold 2 days masterclass or Unbreakable Confidence to show you that you have the confidence inside of you. You just not practice it yet. You're not unveiling it. It's already there. It's just covered by
Right.
some layers. That's all.
So this will be a speaking conference, correct?
Yes, yes.
No,
Speaking
that's
and
amazing.
communication, because I believe that communication is not just for public speaking. Like I said, we 75% of the people that divorce, separate, the struggle in relationships are due because we're not speaking properly. We're not
Yes.
communicating properly with each other. I seen it over and over in my life. And as an example in my own life, since I learned how to communicate better, not just what to say, but how to say it,
Mhm.
my relationship just like bloom. I feel like it's always growing, and I'm
Yes.
so grateful for that. Yeah.
I love it. I love the fact that you teaching that because you write a lot of relationships. That's one of the root causes to relationship breakup is the lack of transparency and how people do communicate with each other. I teach that a lot. And so you're right. I'm so glad that you're having a master class around it because people need that. People need to know how to communicate with each other because you're right. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different places and beliefs and
Yes.
values and and all of this, but we made to be in relation with each other, right? And so that's what I mean, I'm excited. So definitely make sure you get me the link so I can put it in the video so people can definitely be ready for March 28th and 29th, right?
Yes, 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 yes. I'm so
Okay.
excited. I'm excited
That is
share
exciting.
to share a lot of the little tools, and people think that communication requires a lot of training. It does, requires more practice than training. There's these fine little cues that if you are putting them in practice every single day, little things, doesn't have to change your tonality now and I need to speak this way to sounds better. No, you just these little things, I give you an example, little example. You smile. If you smile more, unconsciously, the other people brain, they receive you as friendly. That's a
Yes.
little thing, like, or if you are on Zoom, we do a lot of our life on Zoom. When you come and you smile and you show your hands, then people feel unconsciously unthreatened by you. It's like, oh, she's safe. Imagine if I come and I speak with my hands on my back the whole time, somewhere in the back of your mind you'll be like, why her hands are in the back,
Right.
why she's holding. It's our primitive brain to trying to protect us. And you see these little
Yes.
fine things that we can do every single day that they can help us to improve our quality of how we speak, how we communicate, and how we connect with the people around us, because that's what communication is about, connecting with the people around us.
Yes, it is. And does your master class includes conflict resolution?
Everything.
Oh, wow. Nice. Do you have any books in mind coming out, or are you thinking about writing?
I am actually, I will at the end of, I was as a speaker, another friend of mine, Fon Shuan, speaker, international speaker, he said, do you want to be a great speaker? Then I challenge you, do a video every single day. And then, but almost a year ago, I said, oh yeah, sure. And then I realized, oh my God, what I put myself into. It's not that easy. I promise you. It's
No,
not
it's
that
not. No,
easy.
it's not.
Even
No, it's
for
not.
communication expert, it's not that easy to do a
It's
video.
not. It's not easy. It is
So
not
I
easy.
will,
And you
yeah. So I will, at the end, I'm at 309 day today. So I'm almost at the end of my 365 days. And then when I finish that,
wow.
I will grab all the transcript of all my videos and I will transform that into a book.
Okay, how awesome. That's amazing. Okay. So how can the audience reach you if they really want to learn more about how to communicate and how to speak?
Definitely. They can find me on all the social media. Just look for Adriana D Marvel at Adriana D Marvel on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of them you will find me there. I have a unique name, so I'm sure they will find me and we can definitely provide the links in the comments as well. That would be my absolute my
Okay.
pleasure to connect with those that would like to have a conversation. Before anything else, let's talk because that's why we're here to talk.
So what advice would you give the audience who may who's dealing with where lost their power where they lost their voice, they ability to speak up?
Hmm. There's so many things, but one thing that I share from my own personal life is that kept me, that thread, that invisible thread that came me throughout my childhood to all the adversities until now, is one word: curiosity. Be curious about yourself every day. Be curious about the world. Always ask yourself, is what I have learned and know until now, is that true? Is that in alignment with my values, with who I want to be, with who I want to show up in the world? And if it's not, then I have the ability to change it because I'm a free person. I can change things around me. I can change me. But it's kind of like that, that I had this analogy with the egg. If you are breaking the egg from outside in, it's called broken. But if you are breaking the egg from inside out, it's called rebirth, birthing.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you to give yourself birth every single time you want it. Nobody can do that for you except you. And you can do that to curiosity. Be curious. We all were children at one point, and we were so curious about the world
Yes.
and about ourselves. And we were looking in the mirror and we look in our fingers, and we were so excited about what we see in the mirror. So be more excited about who is in the mirror. You're looking at the person in the mirror. Say hello to that person. Speak with that person in the mirror. Ask questions, answers, and be curious about it. And your life will change, I promise you.
Oh, thank you so much for that word of wisdom, because that is so true. I love it. I love what you're doing, and people need that heart. Everybody needs help in communication. So thank you so much for providing that type of value, to the audience and to your clients. I'm sure they appreciate it. I'm sure they growing, and that is amazing. And so I just want to thank you so much for coming on today and, and embracing, us with all of the wisdom that you shared today. Thank you for sharing. And to the audience, I am so grateful that you listen. Thank you so much for listening. And if you feel like this was something that you know someone or yourself can benefit from, please reach out to Adriana. I'm sure she would be an amazing coach for you. And don't forget, this is all about you and your mental health and well-being. So please share and subscribe and let us know in the comments what you thought about this video. And make sure you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for listening. We're signing off.
It's your time to shine.